Game is on.
It is on. The game is on. You know how I know it's on? Because I can see a red box, and inside that red box, the word live. And of course, the professional that I am, I consult my host manual. And when it says red box with the word live in it, in fact means we're live. So these two brave souls they have nowhere to go. They're stuck. There's no turning back now. And I just want to tell everyone, thanks for joining us. And if you love what we do here, check out Talk Shop Evening, and great recordings, great books, and they're always gracious enough to autograph them. So it's an incredible, uh, you know, um, heirloom for all of you music fans out there. And I'm going to put these guys to work right away as if they need one. I'm going to ask Howard and David if they would do the honors of introducing themselves.
Oh, surely. I'm David, and
I'm Howard.
that's Howard, and we're
We're
the
Bellamy Brothers.
And it's like you guys rehearsed it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You
We've
know?
never done that. We've never done that before.
Yeah, in 50 years, it's a first. I feel good. Like you could check
Exactly.
another box.
Another first. Yeah.
And I want to say these guys originally from Darby, Florida, catapulted to fame in the 70s with their beloved smash Let Your Love Flow in 1976, which topped Billboard's Hot 100 charts. Following that pop success, they transitioned into more of a country sound, what country music was at that point, becoming a staple with dozens of hits. I mean, it was mind-boggling, including If I Said You Had a Beautiful Body, Would You Hold It Against Me, my anthem for sure, Redneck Girl, Do You Love Me As Good As You Look, and now my new anthem, Old Hippie, to name a few. The aforementioned Old Hippie is the name brand of their medicinal cannabis line with Truly of Cannabis Corp. We may ask him about that. And no, we won't be giving out samples this evening, but nice try, fans. If You Said I Had a Beautiful Body, Would You Hold It Against Me? Originally scrawled on a dinner napkin by David, rocketed them to the top of the country charts the way Let Your Love Flow had done in the pop market just a few years earlier. It proved to be the first of an astounding string of 14 number one singles in the U.S. alone. And David also, it's noteworthy to say, kind of in the earlier days, wrote the song, I did not know this, Spiders and Snakes, which became a hit for the great Jim Stafford in 1974, and that gave him his first break in the music industry. They hold the record, the Bellamy Brothers, that is, in both the Academy of Country Music and also the Country Music Association Awards for most duo nominations without bringing home one of these trophies. Be proud, boys. That's quite an accomplishment.
That's hard to do.
I'll have you know, I have a direct hotline to the president. He's going to make a couple of calls, and we're going to see if we can fix that for you guys.
Okay.
It may jinx us at this point. We'll leave it like
We're
it
scared
is.
to win now. We've been around so long there.
There we go, for sure. And in November of 2024, also noteworthy to say, the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame inducted David into the prestigious class of songwriters. But enough about their background. We're all about celebrating their 50 years celebration of this brand new album. And with that, buckle up. Let's kick the show off. Roll the video, if you would, Brad. Over to you.
Thank you, Steve. You made it very easy for me.
Now, before you guys decide to power off your computers and say, that's it, I'm leaving, what is this that we're on the rock and roll channel? I think you guys are as much rock and roll as you are country. I think your attitude, your lyrics, the whole vibe, even though it does have a country flair musically, you guys cross boundaries in my book, just I think in terms of the spirit. So I felt it was appropriate, and I just wanted to say that. And I'm Steve Harkins, your host for the Rock and Roll Channel and Talk Shop Live. Please welcome to Talk Shop Live, the incredible, the amazing. Yes, they are brothers. In 50 years of performing and recording, they are still talking to each other. The Bellamy Brothers. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here this evening.
Yeah, good to see you
Thank you,
guys.
Dave.
Thank you.
Yeah, and where do we find you this fine evening?
Well, we're actually at the ranch in Florida
Nice.
tonight.
How's the
We're at
weather? Is it balmy?
yeah,
It's very balmy, yes.
it's a
Yeah,
balmy typical 92
Yeah,
or something.
typical Florida July.
Yeah, it comes with the territory for sure. I just want to tell the fans, if you'd like to ask the Bellamy Brothers a question or you have a comment, use the chat function. We'll get to as many as possible. And Howard and David, I just want to say, in all seriousness, you're associated with being entertainment or entertainers, but in today's day and age, and again, not to make this political, but these are contentious times we live in, and what you do, I think, is more important now than ever. It's the one common thread we seem to have. When you guys set foot on stage or when you deliver a great new record, it doesn't matter what religious affiliation one has or political affiliation for that matter. You bring everybody together. It's a unified front, and it's really a powerful thing that you do. And we need the Bellamy Brothers now today more than ever, in my opinion. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for that
Thank you.
compliment.
Thank
Yeah,
you
that's
very
that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations, man, and 50 years on. Uh, Once this project was completed, I know you put a lot of albums out there, but you got to feel pretty good about this one.
Yeah, we're really happy with it, and we're really proud. Well, we're proud first of all to make the 50-year mark. Because,
Yeah.
it's something I don't think we ever really sat around and thought about doing. Hey, let's try to make it 50 years. It just sort of crept up on us, and somebody a couple of years ago, somebody reminded us, hey, it's going to be 50 years pretty soon, and sure enough, here it is. So we decided to work on this. We started out this album, it was going to be like another sort of hits package, and then we thought, well, we've had a few of those, let's do something original, and so we did a whole new original album.
And I would love about some of the tracks is there's some you work in some history, behind the band. I mean, and brilliant. I mean, just brilliant lyrics. But I mean, the performance is top notch. You've got great musicians on it. And vocally, you guys sound, as good as ever. And as you said, it kind of crept up on you. I mean, it is mind-boggling to think that it's been 50 years. But even though you didn't consider that, hey, maybe it would last this long. I mean, is there any question that as long as people show up, you continue doing what you do?
Pretty much. I
Yeah.
think that would tells the tale. If you go to a show, nobody's there. I think it's time to call it off.
That'd be a sign. Or when you start playing new music, we always go.
Yeah.
We call it the litmus.
When we pull into the venue at night, to go do a show and the parking lot's full, it's a good feeling still, after all these years.
You still wonder why are they coming to see us? Never have figured that out.
You're still questioning that, huh? It hasn't sunk in. That maybe you guys are connecting with people and your music matters. But when you set foot on stage and you scan the audience, it's got to be also an incredible feeling to see. You might be playing in front of original fans from some of the early 70s stuff, but even years later, so it's really multiple generations of fans. And it also speaks to the fact that from the earlier music to your present music, that it stands the test of time.
Yeah, it's great to look out and see a couple of generations. You could play a market like Texas, and you see the children and the parents and the grandma with them, and everybody's out line dancing or something. It's
4 generations of redneck girls.
yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And who, if I could ask, who produced the record? Was there a specific producer?
Me and Howard and Randy Hebert produced it.
Randy, what did Randy bring to the table from your perspective?
Randy is our guitar player, and he's our co-producer, and he's kind of a weird spiritual advisor.
He's lived with us for 30 years.
Yeah, he's Canadian. He's been living down here at the ranch for 30 years.
That's great. So he's not privy to any of the tariffs or anything like that.
No. We don't care if we do him.
We go easy on him.
Yeah,
that's good. But it probably keeps him in check, I'm thinking, which is not a bad thing.
He works for Old Hippie Stash.
Right.
There we go. Hey, let's talk. Yeah, let's talk about. I mean, the medicinal marijuana. How did that happen? Were you guys like did you want to be either musicians or farmers, or how did you decide
We
to
are
get into
farmers.
agriculture?
We pretty
Yeah.
much are farmers.
Yeah, we
grew up on.
we grew up on this is a farm here in Derby that we
Yeah.
have cattle and we were, we farmed, we still raise gardens, it's just in our blood. And we grew a little pot back in the day, we've always
Yeah.
had. And we had some, some strains that have made it till now, that we're actually made it into the medicinal world of cannabis. And we got involved with the company True Leaf here in Florida, which was a great thing for us.
Yeah.
And, it's been going quite well.
Yeah, our company's now, what was it, 2020 we started it? Yeah, so we're 6 years old, yeah.
You're
It's
6
right here
years
in
old,
Florida.
but if you were growing it 50 years ago, seems to me like you can also have a 50-year anniversary strain.
Well,
you
we
know.
could. We actually do have a sort of anniversary strain. It's called Rattler.
Love it.
And yeah.
Yeah. It's a
That's
long
so
story.
great.
We don't have much time for the Rattler story.
You find it was easier running this business than trying to master the most dysfunctional industry on the planet that we affectionately call the music business?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's physically way easier. There's no travel involved. It's just kind of mailbox money, if you will.
Yeah.
As opposed, you have to. And what's crazy about the music business is, since things have changed and all your royalties have shrunk to that. It's not the way it used to. You still have to go out to make a living. You have to go out and do live shows. And fortunately, we've still able to do that even at this age, and we still enjoy it, and we still speak to each other.
Yeah, we still talk.
Yeah.
I have to
Nobody
call him
gets
to borrow
hurt.
money.
Yeah. And you're right about, it's not funny. It's actually painful to consider that the royalty checks have gone in the opposite direction to the point where they can't even afford to print the number on a paper check if they issued those, right?
It's a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is pretty wild. But yeah, the cannabis business is really good, and it's something we have been in a long time, and I really enjoy.
Yeah, that's great. So, the songwriting process, I want to talk about that a little bit, David. Is there? I'm always fascinated by it, because it's usually seems like it's one of two approaches or a combination of the two, where in some cases you're like a vessel, and just randomly an idea will pop into your head, and or it'll be a lyric or a melody line or a riff or whatever it might be that kind of is a building block for something. And in other cases, some songwriters take the approach of like, sitting down, waking up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, say, I'm going to just try to, fumble around with the guitar and see what happens. And in other cases, it's a combination of both. So curious with you guys, what is it a combination of both, or is it one or the other?
Yeah, I think those descriptions are pretty accurate. It is kind of something you build on. It's kind of like finding a building block, and it's either a lyric hook or a music hook or something. You start out with, and you develop it with somewhat. Like a song like "Beautiful Body." In that case of that song, it was totally the title. It's just a matter of finding a melody that would fit it.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things. I've written quite a few songs from titles. And then done it the other way too. Howard and I have written a lot of things together. We've written a lot of things separately. He sometimes, if he can't finish the song, he gives it to me. I'll finish it. It's just it's kind of however you can wrestle it to the ground.
And how much of it is based on fact? It seems to me like you speak the truth that most of us or other songwriters wish they had the what to kind of, put out there. I mean, it's just, it kind of resonates with people just because, it's just a unique approach with a lot of the lyrics and also a twist of a phrase as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's just a matter of, it's just as simple as a twist of phrase.
Well, when we started our own record label in the early '90s, it did free us up to do pretty much what we want to.
Exactly.
Fortunately, that we, our fans have stuck with us through our experimentation of all of these
Yes.
musical experiments.
Speaking of anniversaries, our record label is 35 years old. We've had our own
It's
record label
amazing.
35 years. Yeah.
Congratulations. I mean,
Yeah.
most record companies can't survive that long. It's
Yeah,
a
I know.
credit.
Well,
It's a
nobody,
credit to you guys.
there's nobody to fire us, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
That's
Yeah,
exactly right.
We're
That's
pretty
right.
much the bosses. We do what we want to. So
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, write the book on how to start one of those companies and you've got at least one sold. I'm in for sure. I I love that. You know, and it also was I had to say, David, I just wanted to take a liberty and ask you about the inspiration for Spiders and Snakes, such an iconic song. And also, are you thankful that you're known for that as opposed to My Girl Bill?
well, Howard and I did sing on My Girl Bill.
Is that right? I mean, it's a
And
great song.
we sang on most of that album. What are we, 5 or 6 tracks? We sang on Jim's early albums. Yeah, we
I didn't know that. I love that. That's great.
Yeah, that's fun. But Spiders and Snakes was Howard and I came in a little bit inebriated one night into our old bunkhouse, which is now our recording studio.
Yeah.
But we came in a little bit and we were sleeping over there because we didn't want our parents to find out. And he got in his sleeping bag. We had a couple sleeping bags in there. We used to pile up on the hay. And he got his sleeping bag and there was a chicken snake inside. And
Yes, there was.
he came out of there and just about put a new door in the barn.
Yes, I did.
So that's kind of where Spiders and Snakes began, so.
That's so great. So great. And, you know, I was just also curious too. Are you guys tortured souls when it comes to the process of sequencing? It always seems like the low hanging fruit. Yeah. The low hanging fruit is always the opening track and the ending track. And then the rest of it is like, oh man, how do you make this thing flow? Especially now that vinyl's back.
Yeah, now the vinyl's
See, that's
yeah.
for a while there, it kind of went away and it didn't matter how you sequence, and now it does again. I mean, you got times to, you got time for side 1 and side 2 and all that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty hectic.
Yeah, I'm sure. But this one flows. Kudos to you guys. And talking about the resurgence of vinyl, you both have said, and it's pretty amazing to consider that you started out making records when vinyl was king. I'm adding the word king, but then it kind of morphed. I don't know if it was progress or, it went the opposite direction, but we had 8 tracks, then cassette.
We've got records on all of the formats.
It's incredible.
We now have records on vinyl and then 8-track and then cassette and then digital.
CD, of course. Yeah.
And then even those little computer plug-in things.
Right,
Yeah.
Oh, USBs? USBs or what?
Yeah,
Was it
USBs.
Yeah.
We got music on all that stuff.
8-track was the worst format.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing that made me feel better as a fan of listening to one of my favorite songs and then having to, have a pause in the middle of it. So I guess it was like an opportunity for me to go grab another beer and then come back to enjoy the rest of my favorite song. Brilliant technology, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But how amazing is it to think that it is far from modern technology, but vinyl was dead to the world as we knew it for maybe 20 years. And then to have it resurrected and it's actually brought some of the younger fans back as far as owning albums, not just consuming a song, the streaming aspect of it. It's going to be incredible to consider that.
Yeah, it's great. We love that idea of people, going back to vinyl because
and you can roll a joint again.
Most importantly, you're right. You got your priorities straight. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. And I want to get to some of the fans. And by the way, there's so many of them. And what's amazing, I shouldn't be surprised, is a lot of international fans too. We've got KK who's saying hello from London. Lisa Bryden is saying hello from New Hampshire, and appreciating you guys taking the time out to do this. And Lisa is just commenting that the Bellamys are popular in London. I always found that, music fans in the UK often appreciate our American musical treasures more sometimes than us American fans kind of after that initial surge of success. It's almost like sometimes we discard them. It's like, what's next? and they revere great artists, and I'm not surprised to hear how popular you are in the UK.
Yeah, our European fans and well, the UK and then in Europe as well, they've
Yeah.
always been really loyal. Yeah, it's great. We've done a lot of touring there, and we've toured there with a lot of the greats. We toured there with Jerry Lee Lewis and Tanya Tucker and Tammy Wynette,
Yep.
Freddie Fender. Just tons and tons of people we've toured there with.
I'll bet those were great shows.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. They're
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah, they used to do an entire tour of Europe, actually, in the days when cigarettes could sponsor music.
Yeah, they had the Marlboro
The
tour.
Marlboro tour.
Waylon was
Us
on
and Waylon did the
Yeah.
Marlboro tour in Germany.
Wow.
Yeah, way back. It was incredible because it's where we really got to meet most of the people in the
Johnny
music.
Cash,
We met Johnny.
we met Johnny. We're hanging out with him in Frankfurt. On one of those tours. Him and Charlie Rich and all these great artists.
Experiences of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Sam Lowe saying, "Hey, David and Howard, Kristen and I loved your special night at the Ryman. What a show. Can't wait to add 50 years on to my massive BB collection over 50 years. Sam Lowe, a really dedicated fan, appreciating you guys.
Yeah, we know Sam. We love old Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Sam. And Chevy Man RJ, howdy from Arizona. Sherry Lewis from Kentucky. Mark Clark from California. Scott Innes is here.
Oh, Scott.
Love the Buffett song. And I got to say, oh no, this I'm going to have to listen to a song called the Buffet song. I was so relieved when I realized it was about Jimmy Buffett. So thank you. Thank you for that. And that's my cue to say tonight we're celebrating the new release from the Bellamy Brothers entitled 50 Years On. It's their 50th anniversary. And with 50 Years On, it's a collection of all brand new songs written specifically for this milestone release. It showcases their signature harmonies, heartfelt storytelling, road-tested authenticity. I mean, these guys have absolutely delivered a fresh, reflective, great set that honors their legacy while still sounding contemporary, in the new era. And the CD is available right now. And they have this beautiful special gold vinyl release that's coming on Friday, July 24th. However, TalkShopLive fans can purchase their copies right here, right now. And as the Bellamy Brothers' way of thanking you fine fans, Howard and David have graciously agreed to sign a limited number of copies purchased here on TalkShopLive. To order your copies, hit the shop button on TalkShopLive. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, comment the word shop. We'll DM you a link. Just click that. And if you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description. The rest is quick, easy, and pain-free. Unlike the slight arthritic condition that Howard and David may have developed signing for you fine fans, but I have it on good authority. They are well on the way to recovery, and they are limited quantities after this show. There's no telling if they'll come back. I'm praying that they will because I'm a huge fan. And there's no greater way to show how much you appreciate the Bellamy Brothers artistry and their 50th anniversary than by owning, not just by listening to a song in there, by owning a copy of their new album entitled 50 Years On. Gentlemen, let's say we listen to some of the music. Let the music do the talking. You okay with that?
Okay. Good deal, man.
Sounds great. Let's listen to the opening track from the Bellamy Brothers' new album, 50 Years On. The title track, 50 Years On. Please roll the digital, Brad.
We cut that record back in '76. We sang our hearts out, just two boys from the sticks. We learned to charm the pretty girls we'd meet. We sold our souls off to the music industry. Yeah, here we are, 50 years on. We rocked the honky-tonks, we stormed the arenas. We went on tour with Loggins and Messina. We shook the world like it owed us a living. We sang all night and prayed by day to be forgiven. We ran with Haggard, we hung with Jones. We flew to Europe and met the Rolling Stones, still rolling on. 50 years on. We swallowed potions just to weather the storms. We smoked the moonlight while the starlets kept us warm. We traveled countries that we never thought we'd see. We stood on hallowed ground at the Grand Ole Opry. Then Conway Twitty said, boys, that's some great song. We'll sing Beautiful Body till the cows come home. Old Conway is gone, and it's 50 years on. It's still a mystery how we stayed alive. Mama must have prayed so hard, the good Lord let us slide.
So, guys, one of the things you're going to learn about, amongst the many reasons why you're disappointed that you signed up for being on the show with me, is fans get upset because I cut off a great track right in the middle of it. But this is how it works on Talk Shop Live. You have to buy the album to hear the rest of it. And trust me, the latter half is even better than the first half. And I'm sure some of you may have heard it, but man, what a great opening track. Love it's an instant anthem in my book, and a tour of the Bellamy's 50-year history. Really outstanding, great lyric.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. You're a real tease, aren't you?
I am. That's why I don't give out my home address, because bad things could happen. I don't think they would hurt me, but maybe slash my tires or something like that. But enough about me. Let's check out another track. This is another great one from the Bellamy Brothers' new album, 50 Years On. Here's Barn Dominium. If you would, Brad, once again, please roll the digital.
Last night, but right away I knew I'd have to work real hard on my follow through. See, I got no money, but I got it real bad for you. Ain't there something about me you like, and ain't there nothing I can do? I guess I'll make my plans to steal your heart away. I'm gonna take you to the country, to a cozy little place I made. And if you come with me, you'll never have a broken heart. Cause the way we're going, the party's getting ready to start. I got a barn Dominium over the stall that my horse lives in. We can saddle up and ride anytime you like. And if that don't impress you much, you got a pirate smile and a velvet touch. And I ain't seen a woman like you since the last millennium. Hey, what do you say, let's play in my barn Dominium. If you never loved you, a country boy before, I got a true blue heart and a dog that you'll adore. Chickens in the yard and a rusty old beat-up truck. Now that I met you, little darling, well, I ain't down on my luck. I got a barn Dominium over the stall that my horse lives in. We can saddle up and ride anytime you like. And if that don't impress you much, I got a pirate smile and a velvet touch. And I ain't seen a woman like you since the last millennium. Hey, what do you say? Let's play Barn Dominium.
That's Barn Dominium. What a fun track, made to order for every honky tonk, I think, in the US of A. And just to cite some of the lyrics, because there's so many great ones here. I got a barn Dominium over a stall that my horse lives in. We can saddle up and ride anytime you like. If that don't impress you much, I got a pirate smile and a velvet touch. and I ain't seen a woman like you since the last millennium, which is kind of a scary thought. Hey, what do you think? You say, let's play in my barn dominium, which also begs the question, what do barn dominiums go for these days?
Oh, well, I'm not sure.
I've had one for so long.
Howard, yeah, we built.
Before there were barn dominiums.
Yeah, years before they called them barn dominiums, I think.
There's a horse in the stall under there. There's chickens. Yeah, it's. Did you go and
It's a
just
great track.
look it over?
I like it. You know, remember those old songs like, what was the Mel Tillis song? I got the horse and you got the saddle. That's the kind of song I wanted to barn dominium to be, just kind of
Capture that spirit. Yeah.
get that kind of spirit from that era. I love that. I love that old stuff.
Oh, odd enough, that song, I Got the Horse, You Got the Saddle, and Beautiful Body were on a list.
Yeah, they were banned.
They were banned.
Is that a fact?
Yes, it is a fact. Well, what was it? Sam Donaldson had the news and Al Gore's wife. What was
Oh,
Tipper
Tipper
Gore.
Gore.
Tipper Gore started it.
Well, you are going back a way.
Yeah, I'm old.
You wore it like a badge of honor, though, right?
Yeah, Tipper Gore started about songs that were. It was rock and roll songs as well. But those were the two country songs that were banned.
I didn't know that. She was responsible for the parental advisory sticker, which totally
Yes.
defeated the purpose because once kids saw that, they were going
Yeah,
out of their
that's
way to
what they
make sure
wanted,
they
yeah.
had it. I mean, they
Yeah,
sold
sure.
more of those albums than they were before she got
Yeah.
involved.
I think it worked in our favor. Yeah.
I'm thinking you're right. Yeah, and kudos to you guys. Here's another track that I want to share with people again from 50 Years On. Here's Cracker Girl once again. Brad, if you would please roll the digital.
Why did you take the time to fool me? Why did you take the time to make me fall? It was burning love until you cooled me. Where we're saying things we didn't mean at all. Cracker girl, I hope you learned a lot from me. Cracker girl, you put me on the spot. Cracker girl, I wonder why you set me free. Is this your way of saying thanks a lot? You must have thought I was crazy talking. Dreaming dreams of better days. And now through those broken dreams I'm walking, stepping to the pace I've lost the way.
Just an observation. When I first saw the title song, like, I'm not sure where they're going with this, but man, when I heard the initial verses and the whole vibe, just a feel good thing. And, then when the chorus kicks in, the chord progression, the melody line, it's like this song to me is a really special song. It really is a standout. Feels like it'll stand the test of time. Just Loved it. And, I haven't mentioned this, but other than touching on who produced it, but what I also think is great about your guys' production is you serve the song. There could be so many excuses to layer track upon track. And it seems like you put in subtle things and let the song breathe as opposed to overproduce it and put so many layers. And this is a great example, in my opinion. But by and large, it just feels like this one will stand the test of time. Just a great song.
Yeah, it's a great piece. Howard had that song for a long time, and we decided to. I don't think we ever recorded it before.
No,
We played it live.
It was written about an old affair so many years ago that I was afraid if I had recorded it, I might be railroaded out of town. And I can't really tell, still can't tell the real story of what it's about. I never will.
Oh, come on. There's been enough time. Isn't there like a certain, period of time where it's like you're not liable anymore? I don't want to put you in jail, so you don't have to answer.
Yeah, I think I'm past the statute at this point, yes.
That's what it is, the statute of limitations. Exactly. Yeah, well, I'm glad it finally surfaced. And again, you know what? It's a testament to the fact that great music stands the test of time.
Well, thanks so much.
It doesn't sound dated. I wouldn't have known that it wasn't a newly written track.
Yeah, well, musically it's brand new because we just recorded it. So.
We kind of gave it a new treatment, but it sounds really good.
Yeah, for sure. Chevy Man saying howdy from Arizona. Sherry Lewis from Kentucky is appreciative of you guys being here. Mark Clark from California. Scott Innes, love the Buffett song. Jeremy Richardson from Social Circle, Georgia. Retired Wolf is saying, been enjoying your sound for 50 years. I mean, again, it's just a testament how you guys have stood the test of time. It's not an easy thing to do. And it just shows the talent that you possess. Kel, Big Kirby, I think I'm saying that right. Big hugs from Texas, Austin, Texas, to be specific. Love this. Lean Boudwin. I know I probably have absolutely, destroyed the pronunciation of your name, but thank you, Lean, for being here from Belgium.
Yes.
Who I think just beat the United States, if I'm not mistaken, in a World Cup match. Did they not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
that's one of our friends.
Yeah, they just kicked their butts.
Yes, they did. Yeah, that was a painful exercise.
Yeah,
That's like 3 hours we'll never get back. But
we still love you.
But, hey.
We do know her. We know her, and
yeah, we have a lot of great fans in that area of the world.
That's fantastic. Kristen Velasquez is saying, hey, y'all, love you from Cleveland. Amelia saying, such a huge fan. Jacques Delis from Quebec is saying, thanks for being here, and a huge fan as well. And Danielle saying, hi from your neighbor in Land O'Lakes. It was great seeing you at the Ryman. And the list just goes on and on. Again, testament to you guys. And also my opportunity to remind everybody, it's the 50th anniversary of these two great musicians, entertainers. The songwriting, as I said, much of it stands the test of time. It's a collection of brand new songs with the spirit of talking about their history, but it still sounds contemporary. And the CD is available right now. There's this beautiful special gold vinyl release coming out Friday, July 24th, and TalkShopLive fans can purchase their copies right here, right now. As a Bellamy Brothers way of thanking you, five fans, Howard and David have graciously agreed to sign a limited number of copies purchased here on TalkShopLive. To order your copies, hit the shop button on TalkShopLive on Facebook and Instagram. Comment shop. We'll DM you a link. And if you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description. The rest is quick and easy. There's no greater way to show how much you appreciate the great Bellamy Brothers artistry and their 50-year anniversary than by owning a copy of their new release, their album, 50 Years on Butt Dial. Guys, all I can say is about damn time this activity was immortalized in song. Thank you, Bellamy Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
We like to stay current.
Yeah.
And that you have been doing.
Tried to make this song sound really like just an old Bellamy Brothers hit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it sounds like it could have come from the era of Beautiful Body or one of those songs, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but the
some
lyrics
songs
spoke to the times.
Yeah.
you really never know until you get in the studio with the song and start dissecting it or adding harmonies and all. But some songs like Beautiful Body, it was a natural for like a really smooth harmony. And this song was as well, and you can layer that harmony on top and bottom and just create a really cool sound. And that's an old trick that we used to use and still use it, I guess.
Your vocals still sound like velvet together. I mean, for sure. And that is the magic of music, right? I mean, we start out with the basis of a song before you go in the studio, and what you end up with could sound completely different than it originally felt, you know, when
Yeah.
and that's the magic of music
Yeah.
and recording.
Yeah. Exactly. It
Same
really
old
is.
Same old sad old song. Great track. Impossible, in my opinion, to listen to a song and not respond. I mean, it just connects with you. Great track.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's actually a song that Randy Heber started out and showed it to me one day, and I said, "Oh, let me write the second verse." So I jumped in on it.
Love it.
I took it away from him because I like the wordplay and stuff in it.
You got a nose for a good song. It took it to another level. Windows, Not Walls. Great play on words. Genius. Killer break towards the end. To me, again, part of that music magic in my book. Sometimes, a song could be like you have the verse, chorus, maybe a bridge, and then you just end out. But, there's a little bit of magic in this particular track that you put on the end of it. And you also have a very special guest singing on this track, don't you?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that one up. Yeah, Jenny Fricke's on here with us, and
Yeah.
we're actually thinking about shooting a video with her pretty soon on this. And we just talked to her yesterday, and we've done a little bit of a thing in the last 4 or 5 years. We brought a few classic artists on and done duets together, and especially like friends of ours, like John Anderson. We did a duet together on No Country Music for Old Men that ended up being a pretty big YouTube hit for us.
Right.
And then Gene Watson, we did a song on the last album, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's done really well as well. And then we did a gospel-oriented song with the Isaacs. So
Love it.
it's been the response has been really good on those duets. So we can't wait to do this with Janie.
And Jamie, she has sung with some of the best singers ever.
She's a treasure.
She's unbelievable, and it's really cool to bring someone that you've always admired their music and as a person to re-expose them, these days, because I haven't heard from these people in a long time, and they're still incredible.
You're right.
singers.
You're keeping it alive. I mean, it's the beauty of music, right? You can stand the test of time, but you have to make sure people continue to hear it. And
it's surprising how big an audience there is out there for it too. Like the Gene Watson duet with there was 4 million hits on that thing like overnight almost.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Again, a testament to you guys. I mean, it also prompts me to bring up the Ryman performance. That had to be a thrill. I mean, because, I know you guys probably always look forward, just like you don't do an inventory historically and say, okay, let's just like kind of rest on our laurels or, look at, what our accomplishments have been and how strong the material has been. But here was a moment where you kind of celebrated the 50 years. And I wouldn't say you called in your markers, but you had quite an array of some amazing talent show up at the Ryman, the legendary Ryman. And it's one thing to line up all these great artists. It's another thing to produce magic. It sounds like this was a pretty special night for you guys.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
It really was.
Yeah, Big and Rich came on, and John Anderson came on, and it's just so great.
Janae Lenore, who played fiddle on 50 Years On, she played on the track as well.
She came over and played with us, and we met Janae on the Blake Shelton tour a couple years back.
Right.
And we just love her playing. And then I got a call kind of last minute from Deborah Allen, and Deborah says she didn't ask us to come over there. She said, "I'm coming over to sing with y'all on What's the Love Club." I know Deborah quite well. she's and I had kind of forgotten, but she was there at the Let Your Love Flow session 50 years ago
Wow.
in Hollywood at the old Wally.
So full circle moment, right?
Oh, way. She said, I'm coming to sing. I said, all right, just come out and sing a harmony with me on my mic. So when the band kicked it all, here she comes. So yeah, it was a great evening.
Was that totally impromptu? No rehearsal with her, or did she at least have a chance to do it during?
We didn't rehearse with anyone. No.
That's amazing.
We
That sounds about right.
Well, you've got people like John Anderson can come out and sing the phone book.
That's right.
He's one of the greatest living country singers there is. I mean, we take him for granted because he's an old friend of ours, but he's just the best, And
you're exactly right.
I just said read where the red lyrics are, because we had a lyric sheet.
Yeah.
And he didn't even need to, because he already listened to it.
That's just not right. I mean, let's be honest. Most of us can't do that. That's a gift. That's a gift for sure. Let's check out one more track. Again, imagine my relief when I found out this was not called the Buffet song. It was actually the Buffett song. And again, another instant hockey talk classic in my book from the new album, 50 Years On. These guys delivered a great album. Here's Buffett, the Buffett song. And once again, if you would, Brad, please roll the digital.
Well, it must be nice to wake up past noon.
Oh, you better believe it, baby.
And work is keeping that old guitar in tune.
Oh, that's so hard to do.
And fly around in your own airplane, where everybody knows your name. Hey, bartender, you better pour us another drink. 'Cause I'm gonna karaoke in this honky-tonk all night, with all my friends to the left and all my friends to the right. And I'm gonna sit up here and sip on a beer with my flip-flops on. 'Cause the party, it don't get started till somebody sings a Buffett song. All right, give it to me, boy. Working on my tan down in the Keys would be nice.
I'm singing on the pale side.
How about a cheeseburger deluxe in paradise?
Man, you're making me hungry now.
And come Monday when the sun comes up,
You know it well, too.
and you feel like the bottom of your endless cup. Hey, you're officially a damn parrot head.
Is that what they say? Yeah, that's what they say.
'Cause I'm gonna karaoke in this honky-tonk all night, with all my friends to the left and all my friends to the right. And I'm gonna sit up here and sip on a beer with my flip-flops on. 'Cause the party, it don't get started till somebody sings a Buffett song.
Oh man, absolutely love that one. Another instant, as I said, honky tonk classic. Now to the great Jimmy Buffett. Love the, incorporating the lyrics. Working on my tan down the Keys would be nice. How about a cheeseburger deluxe in paradise? And come Monday when the sun comes up, and you feel like the bottom of your endless cup. You're officially a parrot head. Great instrumental break on this one as well, man. Just a classic track. What was your relationship? Did you guys interact with Jimmy through the years?
We did, but we didn't know Jimmy that well. That
Yeah.
we crossed paths, here and there. But like everybody else, we were big fans of Buffett's, and
Well, you really miss Jimmy Buffett. You know,
Yeah.
you really miss him. Now
Yeah,
it's
that was
been-
a painful one, right? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, well, painful, yeah.
yeah. Well, you know, the world's in such need of good times and fun, and something it needs that ingredient. It's gone.
amen to that.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah,
you're-
Buffett
you're-
and Brian Wilson both passed away the same year.
yeah, that was a rough year. You're exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are two that'll never be replaced.
Yeah, all our beach music went to hell.
You're exactly right. That's exactly why I headed over the beach just to try to savor sand. You know, just grasp at whatever I could. Bonnie Mead saying that she really appreciates you guys. Chevy Man saying when y'all coming to Arizona. Uh, Willie P saying hi boys, congratulations on your milestone. Loving you from Canada for about 40 years. Keep the music coming. Stone Cold Country is asking any chance of you coming to Australia. You just have to explain to these Australians, Bellamy Brothers, that you lose 2 days of concerts by going there, right?
Yeah, but we love touring Australia. It's a really
course.
great place.
It's hard to get there, but it's probably as much fun. I think we've toured it 3 times.
Yeah, three or
Three-
four times.
Three or four
Is that
times.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we've
great
actually
fan.
toured, and we've toured 72 countries.
That's staggering, guys.
Yeah.
And
it
a lot
is.
of Middle Eastern countries that other country acts have not played in, from what I understand.
Yes, we have been
yeah,
Middle East.
and we had, for some reason, we had a lot of hits in India, and we never did quite figure that out, but they know all the songs.
Far be it for anyone to try to figure it out, just go with it, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. Awesome, great Florida boys, home down. And this Thomas Payne, thanks so much. Jim Smith saying, Howard, I work for Billy Ward. I think you guys are legends. So I don't know if they're acknowledging who Howard Ward is, but thank you for calling them legends. Kristen Velasquez is saying, don't ever miss out on seeing them live. It's exactly right. I mean, the album is worth the price of admission for sure, but the Bellamy Brothers are all about the live performance for sure. James Poe saying, love the album, played title by track. He's from Alpine, Texas. And Kristen is saying, these guys are iconic to me. And Sean is asking if you do a limited edition or a bonus song. The album, the album is kind of out. The CD is out. The vinyl's coming. And they're already asking for more music from the album. Are there even any bonus tracks? Did you have some outtakes or things?
I don't think we have any bonus tracks hidden away anywhere. I mean, there's maybe one or two in the studio somewhere, but I'm not sure if we'll drag.
But we already are working on a new album already.
Yeah,
I love that.
actually we always work on new albums all the time anyway. So
There's hope in the future. I won't jump out the window. Even if I did, I'm on the ground level. I just get shards of glass in me. Nothing would really happen. But you saved a life tonight, so thank you for announcing that. It's great news that we can hope for another album in the near future for sure. And again, I just want to remind everybody we're celebrating this brilliant new album. The Bellamy Brothers are alive and well and delivering great music. You wouldn't even know it's 50 years from day one. I mean, listening to their velvet harmonies, those signature sounds, heartfelt storytelling, road tested authenticity. These guys have delivered a great record. The CD is available right now and coming out. And trust me, you want to own this beautiful special gold vinyl release that will be available July 24th. And TalkShop Live fans can purchase their copies right here, right now. And as the Bellamy Brothers' way of thanking you fine fans, Howard and David have graciously agreed to sign a limited number of copies purchased here on TalkShop Live. Hit the shop button on TalkShop Live, Facebook and Instagram, comment the word shop. We'll DM you a link. Click it. The rest is easy. And if you're on YouTube watching this, click the link inside the description. And there's no greater way, again, to show how much you appreciate the brilliant Bellamy Brothers artistry and also celebrating 50 years of great music than by owning a copy of their new release 50 years on. And these guys have delivered just as good an album as you can go through their history of albums that they've delivered. Your grandma Brilliant lyric. This song needed to be written, I have to say. Your grandma wore really, really short mini skirts, bell bottoms, and no bra, hat pants, and go-go boots. She listened to Janis Joplin and Led Zeppelin. She drove a 66 Mustang, 3-speed manual transmission, too. She smoked thin cigarettes and rolled fat joints and played her guitar. I hate to break it to you, baby, but when your grandma was a whole lot cooler than you are. And that's a wake-up call to society for sure, and it needed to be said.
Uh, yeah, it's funny to hear somebody.
I miss those grandmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I
Yeah.
do. When I was younger and I thought you looked at a grandma, I was like, I would never think about thinking about a grandma that way, but you're exactly right now.
Well, the grandmas are not old anymore. They're
our age.
80's the new 40, I guess, or something.
Let's hope.
I'm
Yeah.
drinking that Kool-Aid. You're exactly right.
Exactly. Yeah.
100%. Great song. Also a great guitar break in that one. Hula Moon, absolutely beautiful track. Placed a big smile on my face. Man, this is another one I think that'll stand the test of time, I predict.
Thank you.
Winds of Love, Knee Slapper, great track, some great piano and harp. And guys, most importantly, that closing track should be adopted as our national anthem. If we all had a bong, the bong song. If we all had a bong, we'd all get along. No more fussing and fighting. We'd all see right from wrong. We'd dance to the music. We'd all sing the same song. If we all had a bong, we'd all get along or pass out. But either way, the world would be a much better place. Just to add. In fact, guys, I just want to say on behalf of the Rock and Roll Channel Talk Shop Live, and by the power vested in me, I hereby certify if we all had a bong better than the Keith Richards blood transfusion. This one really spoke to me.
Yeah, we really like bong song. That's kind of how we leave the auditoriums at night. With
Yeah.
Bong song play.
Yeah, that's the last song they play when we leave at night.
It's a perfect closer. Yeah, this is one of those we're talking about the sequencing. That's a no-brainer as far as what to close the album with.
Yeah, I tried to make that kind of like, remember the Plastic Ono band?
Absolutely.
Just kind of got that weird. It's not really structured. It's just kind of this sing along, like almost like a nursery rhyme kind of thing.
That's right. That's right. Cheryl and Jackson Mosley saying, "Miss your beard, Howard. You looked great on you. But you still look great, Howard." But she's sending out hugs and loves to you nonetheless. Danielle is saying, "My son is 6. He came to see me, see you guys at the Ryman, and he loves you guys again. 6 years old, 50 years of you doing this, and your music is speaking with a 6-year-old. I don't know, not much more to say about that."
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we get a lot of kids at our show. That's a lot of fun.
Well, our shows are. I mean, obviously we don't emphasize the bong song, but our show's pretty family friendly. Families. I think that's one of the happiest things is to look out and see family there together.
And families are broader minded than they used to.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah, much more.
Yeah, and let's be honest, kids would hear the word bong and they think it's like some kind of special cartoon
Exactly.
character or something. They wouldn't know anyway.
And grandmas are much hipper than they were.
Yeah.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Not
And
at all.
that's right. So guys, what does the balance of the year hold for you? A lot more shows, I hope.
Yeah, we've got a lot of shows this year. The rest of this year is full of tours. So we're heading out. Actually, we're heading out tomorrow to Minnesota, and then we'll actually end up in Texas next week. So we're out for about 2 weeks now, and then we're in and out a lot here from the ranch to shows here and there. But it's a whole year of mostly in the U.S. this year, and then we're going back to Europe next year.
We have about 140 shows this year.
That's amazing. I mean, you guys are still doing that, but again, it keeps you young and alive, right?
Well, some days.
Yeah, well, let me put it to you this way: when you're on stage, it keeps you young and alive. It's the other 22 hours that are the real work, right?
Then dead on.
You sound like you've been there.
I have to some extent, but not like you guys. I mean, you guys earned the award. Me, I'm just happy and lucky to be talking to you guys tonight. So, I'm counting my blessings. And before we let you go, guys, we'd like to thank all the fans, and not just here in the U.S., but international fans for their support and showing their love for the Bellamy Brothers. And also like to give special thanks to Tiffany Couch, Selecta Hits, who's also fulfilling the orders and helped get the ball rolling as far as having these guys on tonight. And to Scott Atkinson, Rachel Nichols from Atkins Entertainment, also Derek Courish. There's a number of other people I know I'm missing, but I only saw their email, so I couldn't name them by name. So forgive me, but thanks everybody for helping pull this together. Brian, Sandy, Tina, Joe, Jenny, Levani, Marty, Kate, Brendan, Sam, and behind the scenes, Brad Edwards, all from Talk Shop Live. But most importantly, to Howard, thank you very much, and to David, the Bellamy Brothers, for continuing to provide your musical gifts to all of us. Gentlemen, before we part company, last words that you'd like to share with the fans out there.
Well, we thank everybody, of course, for tuning in for this, because this is a very special album to us. So it's nice to have, people from around the world acknowledging it.
And thank you, Steve, for being a great host.
Yeah, and again, to Selecta Hits, because they've been really great with this.
Yeah.
And we've got to thank Chris and Susan here at the ranch, because they've been kind of going crazy trying to put this together as well.
Chris and Susan, forgive me for leaving you out. Special thanks.
Chris Shaheen, Susan Bellamy, she's in the command center over there. So, but thanks to everybody that tuned in. It's been really fun. You made it fun, Steve.
Yeah, come out and see us on the road, everybody.
Absolutely, and thank you for your kind words as well. You guys made it easy. It was an honor and a privilege. Pick up the new album from the Bellamy Brothers entitled 50 Years On at Talk Shop Live, personally autographed by Howard and David. And while you're at it, pick up copies for friends and family. Music and art is a gift that keeps on giving, one that will last a lifetime. Your friends and family will thank you for it. You've worked hard this year. You deserve it. I'm telling you, you will keep coming back to this album. These guys have delivered a great album. And having a good authority, it will enhance everybody's quality of life. And if you love what we're doing here, again, check out TalkShop.live to view hundreds of great shows, just like the one that Bellamy Brothers delivered this evening. This will absolutely be one that fans will keep coming back to. And Howard, Dave, thanks again so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege to talk to you guys, and congratulations on such a great record.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
And I hope we can do it again. Hopefully you'll return my calls after this.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
All right. We'll hopefully see you on the road. And with that, everyone, stay safe, enjoy life, be good to everybody. Rock on. So long, everybody. Thanks again, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
We cut that record back in '76. We sang our hearts out, just two boys from the sticks. We learned to charm the pretty girls we meet. We sold our souls off to the music industry. Yeah, here we are, 50 years on. We rocked the honky tonks, we stormed the arenas. We went on tour with Loggins and Messina. We shook the world like it owed us a living. We sang all night and prayed by day to be forgiven. We ran with Haggard, we hung with Jones. We flew to Europe and met the Rolling Stones, still rolling on, 50 years on. We swallowed potions just to weather the storms. We smoked the moonlight while the starlets kept us warm. We traveled countries that we never thought we'd see. We stood on hallowed ground at the Grand Ole Opry. Then Conway Twitty said, boys, that's some great song. We'll sing Beautiful Body till the cows come home. Old Conway's gone, and it's 50 years on. It's still a mystery how we stayed alive. must have prayed so hard, the good Lord let us slide.